Hey everyone, welcome.
Hey everyone.
Last week's video we talked about the new ASRock motherboard and as well as my NAS status with Open Media Vault installation. In that video I mentioned I want to get started with unRAID. And that's what this video is about. Today we're going to build the unRAID setup, and for that we have the following components right in front of us. Maybe you can tell a bit about it.
So we're going to use a few components. First off, we've got the motherboard, which is the Asus Prime X470 Pro. On top of that, we've got an AMD Ryzen 2700X.
Yes.
That is going to be combined with these memory sticks, which are Samsung ECC memory sticks running at 2133 MHz.
Yeah.
And both are, we've got two of them.
Yes.
As you can see. And both are 16 gigabytes, so a total of 32 gigabytes.
That should be enough.
I think it would be, yeah.
Yeah.
We are going to use two SSDs. One is a Western Digital Green, 240 gigabytes, and one is a Kingston 120 gigabytes.
Yeah.
For storage, we will use a Seagate HDD. 250 gigabytes is just one that we had laying around.
Yeah, well, this is the only one that is available right now.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
So for the internet supply, we're going to use this Intel NIC.
Yeah, that will be used for the virtual machines.
Indeed. For power supply, we will use this AX1200 by Corsair. 1200 watts, so should be plenty of power.
Yeah, for what do we need all that power?
Well, we're going to use that for two of these 1080s, which are KFA2 1080s. And you've seen them probably before in one of our previous videos.
These are my cards.
Yeah.
I've seen them before.
So we've got two of those.
Yeah.
So yeah, we need quite some power for that.
Okay, so yeah, what we're planning on doing here is install our main operating system, which will be unRAID, and that will run from, well, let's see, USB stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the idea. We're going to install unRAID on this USB stick, and then we have our basic NAS installation. We're going to use the 250 gigabyte hard drive for a media share, just for testing purposes.
Yeah.
Then we have the 240 gigabyte SSD for one virtual machine. That will be a Windows 10 virtual machine, and the other one will be a Windows 10 virtual machine as well. Yeah. And that will be the 120 gigabyte. And we're going to pass through these graphics cards to each virtual machine. Yeah, and this is an 8-core CPU, so we will try to give each virtual machine 4 cores, 4 threads. Then we should have a little bit of power left for the NAS itself. And well, maybe we can give them, because we have 32 gigabytes of RAM, maybe we can give them each 12 gigabytes.
Yeah.
That would be nice. And we have actually no experience with unRAID.
No.
Whatsoever. So this is on the go. This is on the spot.
Yeah.
Maybe we won't need this. Maybe we will need another graphics card as well. I don't know if we can only run on those two and pass them through once unRAID is started. We need some housing as well for all these components. And for that we will use, as you can see in the video now, my old Lian-Li PC201 silver case.
Yeah.
Yeah. That case was used for the Xpenology 5.2 build. And this one is no longer in service, so this will suit fine for all the components we have in front of us. Indeed. So, without further ado, let's get started with the build.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, this is it. It's a little big.
Yeah.
No room for us left.
No.
Well, that doesn't matter because we're going to install it anyway now. So yeah, I figured this should be the setup. As you can see, we didn't install the SLI connector. Well, there's not even any room for it anyway.
No.
So, but we won't need it either because each GPU will be dedicated to a single VM.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this is pretty much it. Tied the cables a little bit together so they won't hit the fan. Yeah, we're going to connect this and we proceed the installation of unRAID from the computer.
Okay.
Okay. So, as you can see in the background, we have the website of unRAID open. In the top right corner, we have a little button called download. So we're going to click this and here we will get our image. Yes. We're going to use the USB creator for this. Let's see, download for Windows. Let's save it in my downloads folder. Yeah. Going to use this USB stick. It's a Kingston USB 3.0, 8 gigabytes USB stick. Should be sufficient for unRAID. Let's open this and let's see where it will get us. Yes. Okay, well, we can go with several configurations, Chevy. We can go with next, that will be a beta. We can go with stable or local zip. I'm guessing we're going with stable.
Yeah, I would suggest that.
Yeah, okay. Stable it is. unRAID 6.6.7. It's the newest version. We'll use that one. And we can customize this server name. What will we call this? Ryzen. Just Ryzen? Of R7 unRAID. Way cooler. R7 unRAID. Like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Or we can set a static IP for our server. 192.168.10.40. Yeah. Let's set the gateway. .1. DNS server will be 192.168.10.5. Allow UEFI boot, yes. The Kingston Data Traveler, it's the only device we have connected right now. This is this. Yes, yes, yes. I think we're good to go.
Okay.
Yeah?
That's right.
Right. Basic data will be lost, erase and write. So I'm guessing we can't install unRAID on an SSD. It will run from the USB stick.
Yep.
This is the first time I'm trying to install unRAID, so it's trial and error. What I want to try once unRAID is running is creating an array with, well, practically only one hard drive. And we will use that hard drive, I think, as a Docker container of a Docker storage as well for Docker containers. Because I think we need a Docker container for Plex. I call this successful. Once we have a share, we have a user account with only access to local shares or network shares, and we can play media from it with Plex Media Server.
Yeah.
So then that I will call that the basis for our NAS solution. And after that, I think we're going to try the virtual machines. Maybe cover that in the next video.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this video will get way too messy, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so writing is done. I will get this USB stick over to our newly created Frankenstein, and yeah, we'll proceed the startup with the HDMI recorder, and hopefully that will work. So you can see what's happening on the background. First, we need to make sure the BIOS settings are correct. We need to boot from USB as well. So yeah, let's get to that then. Really confusing having two keyboards in front of you. Really confusing. Call this one, yeah, that's what I mean. unRAID install. No, it's not an install. Config. Yeah. So start recording. So this one is recording, and I will. Yeah, it looks a bit funny as the monitor is up there. So sorry for that. Let's see. We have our main BIOS window, F7. and let's see, it's all correct. 32 gigabytes. Already tested this RAM to see if it had any errors, because I bought it second hand from another tweaker here in the Netherlands. AI tweaker, well, nothing to see here. Memory frequency set to auto, advanced. Well, this is pretty much good, because this was a running configuration when I used the Ryzen CPU. So nothing to change here. We can see maybe, no, there's nothing to see there. Let's see, monitor, CPU temperature, good. Boot, fast boot, disabled, fine. Boot configuration, easy mode, yeah, all fine. CSM, yeah, this one is enabled. We're going to disable this. Due to Microsoft secure boot regulations, ensure boot, yeah, fine, okay. So that's that. Secure boot set to other OS, fine as well. First boot option will be the data traveler. Is there any option? Oh yeah, we need to select this one because we want the EFI boot. Second boot option is set to well, network boot, so I'm going to disable that. Third disabled, and fourth is disabled as well. I think we are pretty much good to go.
Yes.
Yeah. Save changes and reset. Okay. Nice. And the GUI save mode, and we have mem test. So we already run that. So I think we're good. Yeah, we're going with the option on top. And I hope we can, after unRAID is started and we have our VMs, I hope it will work, that we can pass through or both our GPUs to different VMs.
Yeah,
that would be really cool. Yeah, would be nice. So not exactly first attempt. Something went wrong when I started recording with the HD PVR and recording with OBS at the same time. The OBS recording was pretty much, well, unusable. Yeah, we will start over from scratch as good as we can. If we go to the IP address we set up by creating the USB stick, which in my case was 10.40, we are prompted with this page. The trial key is already installed. I won't get another key because it's bound to the UID of the USB stick. So we proceed from here on. Yeah? Okay. So this is the trial key. Here you can well, request the trial key. You can install it if you have a key file. I have exported the key file from the USB stick. So yeah, keep that in a secure place. So then we have a look on the dashboard. As you can see here, we have the average CPU load, which is 1%, but you can see all the cores. It counts them physical cores and logical cores, so 16 in total. That's nice. Memory usage 3% of the 32 gigabytes, and you can see it here. It has ECC support. Really nice. 2 network cards, the Intel not connected. The onboard network card from Intel as well is connected, gigabit speeds. So that's the main dashboard. But first what we want to do is set a password for our root user, because it isn't protected with a password as of now. So let's see, users, we click on root, and yeah, let's add a password for root. Change. Yeah, and now we need to log in again. Nope, don't want to save passwords. Yes. So we have a password set for our root user, and we're going to add another user, and that will be me. Yeah, you can see it's still filled in. This will be main user. Let's give this one a password as well. Yes, add. So now I have 2 users, root, which is admin, and a normal user, and that is me, Booby Trap. Yes, do you want a user account as well, Chevy?
Well, maybe later, we can try one later.
Maybe later on, okay. So, users are set. Well, let's go to the main window and let's create a RAID array. We don't have a parity disk, so that I will leave empty. Second parity as well, disk 1, and we'll only mount the 250 gigabyte hard drive. Yes, yes, yes. Well, let's hit start then. Yeah. So disk 1 is active. Okay, so it doesn't give me any messages. Let's explain it. Once you created the array, you have another option here called format. You just click format, it will format it. I had not even an option to choose the file system, if I'm correct. Just formatted it as XFS file system. So I was good with that. Okay, so let's see, shares. These are the standard shares. We're just going to add a new share. And as I mentioned before, we call this successful if we have, well, network shares and we have a working Plex server. And we only will test this locally, so on our own network. Yeah. So data it is. Minimum fees, yeah, okay, is belonging to the share. Split level, automatically included disks. Well, that's, we only have one disk, but yeah, all the disks, basically set it to disk 1. Excluded disk none, use cache disk, don't have that configured. Enable copy on write auto, add share. Okay. Share is empty. Well, okay, that's fine. Let's see. We have a look on the bottom. Share name is data export security set to public. Public. All users including guest read write access secure. All you have read access. Okay. Private. No guest access. We don't want guest access. So yeah, private it is. Apply. Nice. Okay, then the users pop up and we have used a booby trap and it will have read-write access to our share. Apply. Want to test it?
Yeah, let's try that.
Okay.
See if it works.
Access this. R7 unRAID. Yeah. Booby trap. Password. I forgot the password already. Yes. Data and flash. It's a USB stick. Is this normal?
Maybe. I don't know.
Can we do anything with it? We can.
Yeah.
What? We have write access to the USB stick. I don't think this is supposed to happen, but I couldn't tell for sure. Let's see. Data. Folder is empty. Let's add another folder called movies. Yeah, movies. And we need data for movies as well. And we're going to copy a folder over from our second server to this unRAID server. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or shall we first copy it over to this PC and then to the server? So we can see and monitor the network speeds better. Yeah, that's maybe a better idea. And the Ultra Saber video, that is a cool one, I think, for this. No, not cut. No. Copy. Copy to desktop. Paste it in here. Okay, so from my Open Media Vault NAS, it copies with gigabit speed. And if we copy it over from the desktop to our newly created NAS, we get, well, not as high. Well, almost the same. So we want to view this video on our NAS with Plex. So the lady on the house could watch Plex from a NAS and everybody's happy. Yeah. And on our little journey, we came across a nice topic with which is called unRAID plugins for V6. That's the version we are running at the moment. And if we scroll down, you can see community applications. And with these community applications, you can install much more plugins for your unRAID configuration. And Plex is included as well. So we're going to need this URL. So copy link address. And we're going to our unRAID. And then we go to plugins. And we go install plugin. And we paste our link right in here. And we click install. Plugin installed, it says. Okay, done. Then we go to install plugin. And we click this little icon. Yeah, the icon. Yeah. Disclaimer, I understand. Yeah. updating content. And as you can see now, we have a sort of an app store.
Yeah.
Really nice, really cool. And if we go to media servers, and this is where, yes, Plex, this is where Plex is located. We can see this little icon, click to install. We're going to do that. Let's see, name. What should we call it? Plex? Just Plex?
Yeah, just Plex.
Plex. Call it just Plex. Okay, Plex, repository, network type, host. You can choose from bridge, host, none of custom BR0, which is our second network card, I assume. We're going with host, so it will have the same IP address as the unRAID build. Let's see, host path to my user container path /media. It's set to media, so with the first configuration we did. Yeah. I don't think this exists anymore. No, I'm going to change it to data. Data. Save. Right?
Yeah.
Apply. Okay, downloading packages. Pool complete. Please wait. Command finished successfully. Yes, thank you. Done. Okay, so Plex should be installed now. Let's have a look at Docker. Yeah, it's installed and it is running and it's mounted on data. So that's cool. Then if we hit this little play icon, we can go to the web UI. Yeah, like that. Web UI. And yeah, okay. Well, it's in Dutch. Yeah, and the configuration of Plex is already done as well. Okay, so, well, sorry. Normally with Plex you can just go through the basics, add some shares. With the previous installation, I already added this this folder, but I don't think this, yeah, maybe this will work because we mounted it to data.
Yeah.
And as you can see, I have my Sirius, that's the Open Media Vault Plex server, and this is the R7 unRAID. So this is this server, and well, let's try to play this. No, it can't play. Okay, so there's something wrong there. Let's go to library. I don't know why this is in Dutch because the Windows installation is in English, so sorry for that. And we're going to add the library other videos, and we also can't set our native language in Plex, so there's something a little bit off here. Just call this one other. Next. And we're going to browse for, yeah, here it says media as well. Data it is, and movies, and we're going to add this one. That's the one we copied earlier. Add library. And now let's go to home. Let's start to play. Well, look at that. We have video. Yeah, nice. We're talking about it in one of our videos. Or lightsaber video. Yeah.
So that's
okay.
That's the
so cool. We have a Plex media server. We have a data share. So that seems good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, there is way more to discover on unRAID than only these two things. But we will need some time with unRAID as well. Figure more out about unRAID.
Yeah.
We'll need a little bit more time with that. So as for now, I want to get started with the virtual machines and the PCI Express pass-through.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, that's really interesting. As for now, we're going to leave the video at this. If you have any comments, suggestions, maybe some advice, you can leave them down in the comment section. If you have some cool ideas you want us to try out with unRAID, you can leave them down in the comment section as well. We have a look at it. As for now, thank you all for watching and see you in the next one. Bye!